Hey guys, in today's video we're going to do a Python project. So this is one of a kind thing. I am a programmer, of many of you might know, but let's get started. I made a quick presentation for you guys, so let's see how it will turn out. So we have a simple Python project, simple calculator. Let's get into it. So, in the project you will learn if statements, including if-else statements, operational numbers, and also how to install Python and VS Code. So, how do you do it, you may ask? How do I install Python and VS Code? You first have to go to Google Chrome, and in here you will search for Python or whatever you want, VS Code in my case, because let's go to VS Code and install it first. Though I won't be installing it, I will be just showing you how to download the official installer. You can install it from there, it's just simple. You can check everything if you want, it's not really that hard. Just make sure not to type in VS or I accidentally typed V, let me get that over. VS now. It doesn't show up here. It doesn't show up every time, but for me, I made my first mistake like that. I typed in VS and it showed up like Visual Studio. I downloaded completely wrong program. I had many issues with that, with trying to get it to work. And yeah, that's how it happened. Make sure to download Visual Studio Code, not just Visual Studio, like that pink icon. So let's go to downloadvisualstudiocode.com, or first of all let's search for Visual Studio Code. It's easy actually to do. Install it. There we go. So you go to Visual Studio Code, code editing redefined. You can see here code faster with AI. I won't be using that, it's just like something they promote. This is a Microsoft program, by the way. You tap in for download, this will open, you just name it, save it wherever you want, or it will auto save to your downloads. Remember that I have set up my Chrome to not save that, but to ask me every time. You might want to do that if you do a lot of installations. For me, just makes it easier. Let's go to python.org. I typed it wrong. Let's actually go to python.org. Right here. So you just go to download in here. It's a bit of a weird website, you might see. It's not that bad. You just go to downloads or Windows or whatever, but you can also just go to download. It still works. It will pull up, I think, your automatic one. You tap on the download Python. Also make sure to enable add to bash or something like that. It would be. I will put a screen, an image of the screen. It's easy to do. Just remember to check that one thing, because in future products you might not be able to follow. Let's go to code. Oh, first, this is how it would look like if you prompt. I have a few extensions. That's why I see Ctrl+I. You won't see that. You create a main.py file. If you don't have access to that, you can just I'll show you later actually. Let's see. So first you do add or hash to do the thing that you might have to run the program as .py. Not might, but you always have to run the program as .py to make the program like that, because it won't work. It won't know what to run. So here is my desktop. So let's go over to programming. Oh, the presentation popped up. I don't know why that happened. Oh, again. I think there might be a problem. Let's try to close out of this. Oh, it doesn't even want to close out. Let's see. Nope. No, something is wrong here. Let's check it out. This is why I don't usually make cuts, or I usually edit my videos. This time I decided not to completely edit this one, to show you that there might be some bugs like this in Windows. Yeah, right there. I closed it. Now you just want to go to your folder like this. And then when you are in here, you can just go to view, over to view. right there, and you go to show, over to show down there. It would be similar on Windows 10, a bit different maybe, but just go to show, and then file name extensions. Make sure that's checked. Let me disable this to show you how it looks if you actually disable it. There we go. Let's open the random thing I have going on here. I will probably blur out everything else in here because my naming scheme is not the best. You should see that main in that. Let's go to actually to show it. It enable file name extensions. You see how it now has .py after the end, so that means it's going to work. You have to have that if you want it to work. Let's make another random thing to show you a bitmap image. You can see it makes BTM or whatever. Just make sure it's whatever really .py. It's easy. You can see whenever your name is .py, it should get automatically to the .py system. Now you open Visual Studio Code and let's write some code. So let's see, what do we want to do first? I am thinking maybe a variable. Let's name it value1. Yes, why not? Let's make a value underscore 1 thing. Also, I'm using an extension. I don't know if I told you. It's Python snippets. I mean, you can do it without it. I think it will still show some snippets, but I use it. Let's do input. And in input, you can do basically whatever. You provide instructions on what the user might want to type. In our case, it would be enter a value, and right there we made the value1 variable. Now let's make the other one. Now this one will be the first one I would not do it nested, and the second one I will make it nested with the float. No, float is basically to have decimal. If you want to do it anyway else, you might just want to type in integer. Now do float, and in the float you might just want to have to type in input, like that. And in that you just provide your instructions like enter value 2, which my AI automatically fills in. When I press tab to accept. There we go. Right there. Oh. There we go. I don't know what happened there. A bit of lag maybe, but we're all fine now. So yeah, let me show you actually the extension. You just go to Python, and you see it wants to restart for me. But yeah, let's restart it. Let's see what will happen. I'm gonna close out of it. Probably some of the things might stop work for a couple of seconds till they actually decide to work. Let's make that in the meantime the non-nested way. Let me just value underscore 1 will equal. Oh, it doesn't get light up. It was light up as I think before, but now it's not. Probably because it's restarting the extension down there. Let's continue. Let's make value dot there we go. Start working again. But let's do value dot underscore 1 equals to, I guess, float, and then open quotations. Oh, that's why it didn't work. Float open quotations. I made a mistake here. By the way, I'm doing the voice in post. So yeah. I'm not realizing here. It should be in quotations mark, guys. Remember that. I'll fix it later. I'm pretty sure. Now let's make another variable operation. Let's make it equal to input, and let's still have the instruction just to be enter an operation or whatever. You'll see. Also, I want to explain to you guys the \n. \n is basically the equivalent of break. Basically, a new line. So you can see here I'm doing plus, minus, times, slash. Also slash is for deduction or whatever, and then times, to do times, you have to actually provide an asterisk. Also, the font I'm using, some of you may ask, it's Fira Code. If you want it, it's free. So that's the backslash, and then you can do again for another one. Let's make it like that. And let's go to the next system. As you can see, it automatically wants to add. Let's add this first part. Why not just press tab and it will add it like that. And for the other parts, I will do it myself because I want to show you guys a bit how to do it. Let's do elif. Then again, operation equals to the subtraction or minus. And in here you just do print value 1 minus value 2. In here you can actually do it a bit more complicated by making it always subtract from the bigger number, but we don't have to do that. Let's do elif. Also elif, what is elif? It's else, like if it's not the first if, then try with this if. The most, oh, my code wrote everything from this. Just remove that. Okay, I guess like it can stay. You guys saw how it looks like. So let's see what do we do now? What do we do next? Oh yeah, I want to see here something, but no, don't do that. Sorry about it. Let's make a new definition test a variable. Now variable. What is my guys? Let's make a definition test. What definition means is basically let's make Jesus, I can't remember. Function is what I meant to say. Oh my god. Anyways, another equals to input. Another operation, I guess. Probably my AI will want to fill it in again. Another calculation, yeah. Yes, no. So let's make. So let's do another equals to another dot lower. Yes. Now this will be the moment I realize that I made a mistake up here. And I'll probably right now change it. Let's see. I guess not, maybe later. Okay, yeah. If another equals to y, then let's just run the app again. Let's also make this another function because it won't work otherwise. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Let's just define or def calculation automatic. My AI fills it in for me again. Now let me just remove that, make it nice and clear. Let's go back here, and in here, if it's y or yes, let's run calculation. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This is the time I actually realized and tried to fix it. Value 1 dot float, because that's how you actually type it. But here I'm going to try to do it again. I just float and then value 1. Yeah, that's how you actually type it. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. There we go. We have it fixed. This is the types of mistake I usually cut out, but right now I decided not to cut out to show you guys that everyone can make mistakes. So let's run this first of the iteration of the program, and I'll just add the another calculation in. I'll do this the old-fashioned copy and paste way. Although VS Code has this really handy feature where if you press Shift Alt and then up or down arrow, it will clone the last thing downwards or upwards, because I've seen many people not use it, and I really like that feature. So yeah, let's run this thing. Oh yeah, first we have to call the function. Yeah, I just remembered that. There we go, let's run it now. It's a bit slow, but it will run. You can see here I decided to not do this because it's close in space, so let's fix that. How am I going to fix it? Just by adding a little space, maybe 2 dots to the both of these, because we want it not to, yeah, 2 dots, and there we go. Now it would look much nicer. Let me just let it run. It will take some time. There we go. So we have enter value 1. You can see how now we have much better design. Let's do that, and let's select a number, in our case plus. It will give us the thing, and we have another calculation. See, it's again close up. I want to fix it, so let's just, oh, also in here, let's make it no. So if it's not n, because if it's yes, it might confuse some people. So let's make only if it's n. This is a better way to do it. Only done, only if it's not no. Only done around the program. If it's no, basically, do not do anything. Here we don't need another elif or else or anything, because it just quits on itself. So yeah, let's also fix that. There we go. Now whenever we run it, there we go. We just typed both numbers. Let's do plus. You can see it's nice. If we do yes, it's going to prompt us to do it on a new operation. And if we do no, I guess the wrong spot. But if I do it right here, no, this is what happens. It just quits. I think this is pretty nice, and thank you for watching today's video. That's pretty cool. Also, let me actually show you one bonus thing. If you want to do a comment, I don't do comments in this thing, but if you want to do a comment, you can, on VS Code, you just press Ctrl plus backslash or Command plus backslash, I think on Macs, I'm not so sure. Or you just can do Shift, then over the 3 you have the hashtag, you press on that, and that will do the comment auto as well. Not auto, but that's the comment thing in Python. It will be everywhere the same. Also, if you want to do more comments, you do just like that. You do three open quotation and 3 close quotation marks. Although it doesn't always work for me. Don't tell that anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.